exciting things that are happening across the state of Iowa. And if you just got done talking about the roadways, of course, you have to bring in the director of the Iowa Department of Transportation, Mark Lowe. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having us.
As we see in our monitor, there is something brand new, the Parent Supervised Driving Program, and that's why we have some special guests also joining us on the couch in the living room today. We want to say good morning to Emily Stein, president of Safe Roads Alliance, but also a co-developer on something pretty special we're talking about today, and someone along with that program, Jeremy Garnish. So thank you all for joining us. But Mark, I'm going to kind of let you lead the way. What is the exciting news we're talking about?
So we're starting a new program called the Parent Supervised Driving Program, and it's a program to help parents teach their children how to drive safely. That's the essence of it. And I think what I would start with is the why. Why are we doing this? And the why is because the #1 cause of teen fatalities in the U.S. is motor vehicle crashes. Teens are 3 times more likely to be involved in motor vehicle crashes, but we also know that when parents are more engaged in their driving their safety, there's a 50% reduction in their crash rate, they're 70% less likely to have OWIs, and they're twice as likely to wear their safety belts. So the program was actually created by the Safe Roads Alliance. And so I'm going to turn over to Emily and let her talk about what the program is and how it works.
Yeah, absolutely. So I kind of want to bounce off of Mark's why this is being created. We obviously all learned how to drive at one point, and it went through that process of what that training was like when we were kids. So why do we need something new? Why is it not working anymore the way we've been doing it here in the past few years or decades?
Sure. So this program was developed around 2011.
Okay.
So it's currently in 26 states across the U.S. And the why is, parents, they can rely on driver's ed.
Right.
They can rely on other people, or just kind of say, okay, we're going to take that risk. But the more the parents are involved, the more the parents are modeling the safe behavior and the good decisions behind the wheel, the better off the teen is going to be. So it's just an added resource for parents, because as Mark said, the parent involvement is the key to keeping teens safe behind the wheel and being a lifelong safe and good driver.
Yeah, I love that idea of an added resource. We know there's some good resources out there, but let's give someone another one so they can be successable. Because I feel like sometimes parents, they don't always know where to start.
It's scary.
It can be very scary. It's absolutely.
Well, if I can jump in on that, I've had 4 kids that have gone through this, right? and I've been in transportation law for 15 years before I became motor vehicle division director, now DOT director. It was still really difficult to take my kids through that, because you start to ask yourself as you sit next to them, well, what now? How do I do this effectively? And what they've done is give us something that helps parents be strategic and effective.
Absolutely. The more education, the better. So let's talk about what you put together. How are you making it even easier for parents, and also kind of in a cool way, so kids are like, okay, I don't mind going through this program? Because I feel like anytime you throw an app out there, they're like, okay, I can get behind this.
Right, so I can talk about the guidebook. So when a teenager gets their permit, they are handed a guidebook.
Okay.
And it starts with, here's how to supervise your teen. Let's not get emotional behind the wheel. Let's, start with modeling that great behavior and talking through your drive and what you're doing and why. And then it advances all through driving on a quiet street, going into city driving, freeway driving, and then tips to take with you once your teen does get their full license, because you still need to be very involved, because just because you get your license doesn't mean you're suddenly an experienced driver. You need, as much experience as possible.
Absolutely. And when I was learning to drive, there wasn't such a thing as a cell phone. It was like turn the radio down, but it wasn't, here's a whole nother distraction that you have to worry about. So, Jeremy, let's talk about not only can you go on a website, can you get reading material, but there's also a great app that people can utilize as well.
Yeah, so to address your earlier point, nothing has changed from when we all got our licenses.
Yeah.
But these tools are intended to be a modern form of curriculum that people can get anywhere, and it's about engagement and engaging the parents, but it's also about accessibility. And so whether you're more comfortable receiving the printed guide when you get your permit, we want parents to have that. You can log the drives inside of the guide if you'd like to do that.
Okay.
If you want to view the curriculum on the web, there's a link that all the stuff is in a modern web format, so you can go through the 13 sections step by step and digest it that way. And then there's also an app for folks that want to engage with use their phone to track the hours. The curriculum is in the app. The app tracks driving conditions and whether it's night or day and all of the things that people should be paying attention to. So it kind of gamifies the experience a little bit and makes it a little more fun.
Right.
It also makes it more convenient because both the parents can see the same dashboard, so they know how many hours were logged, whether one parent did it or the other parent. And we hope that it encourages people who are a little more technically inclined to take it seriously, make it kind of fun, and track more hours than they may have otherwise.
Absolutely. So kind of covering all the bases there. Mom, it's more than just wanting that extra break on the other side of the car, right?
Yeah.
So we're looking at this around when permits are happening. We want to start that conversation,
Yes.
correct?
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. Well, thank you for giving us extra resources to make sure our kids are staying safe on the roadways. And Mark, if people
Yeah.
want more details, where's the best place we can send them?
Certainly just to iowdot.gov.
Okay.
And the two things I'd say is just Google Parent Supervised Driving Program. And if you're looking for the app, Road Ready in the Google Play Store or the Apple
Okay.
Store. And it's absolutely free to parents and teens.
Yeah,
Love it.
completely sponsor supported, so at no cost to anybody.
Wonderful. Well, thank you all for everything
you.
you've done to put this program together. Always great to see you, Mark.